We are doing some damage today.
When the guy was backing up with the truck, it's a little bit bigger truck, so he kind of took it a little bit too far to the left, and the back wheel kind of slid off the mountain. We'll see how far onto the property we can get, but I think we might be able to get all the way down there. What do you think?
I don't know. It's a risk.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Matt is not with me right now because he is up there about to meet up with big machinery workers because we are doing some damage today. Ever since, it's almost been a year since we moved on this property, we've had a old abandoned farmhouse sitting up there at the top of our property that's just been an eyesore that we've gone back and forth. Should we demolish it? Should we not? Should we renovate this? Should we make it into something? We used it as basically a cat rescue. We've used it as a workshop for Matt's tools, but today is the day that we are getting rid of it and it's not gonna be here anymore. So I can't wait to see what the property is gonna look like once it's gone.
All right, so I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I seen a couple of what I thought was dogs run out of the building, and I said, oh no, German Shepherd puppies. But they were really just giant rats that came flocking out. So it was a little buck wild. Unfortunately, the rats are being unhoused today, but they'll find somewhere else to live. Hopefully not down where we're at. All right, so because we hate wasting, we already had the walls and the foundation. We thought about keeping this house and using it for something, but the walls were pretty thin and the block was pretty wet. And it was really easy just to knock a hole in the wall with a sledgehammer. So we decided the walls we definitely couldn't use. When we had them taking it down, I said, leave the foundation. So maybe we can build something there because this is a nice sized spot up here to build on if we wanted to build something. But after further review, the foundation looked pretty thin and weak in a lot of spots. He knocked it out pretty quick, and there was some spots that were only like 3 inches thick. So we're just gonna take it all out, start completely anew. If we ever do decide to build up here a garden, we might build like a utility center up here because it's close to the road. Electric and water could come up here, so maybe we put some cisterns up here or something like that. We don't know, but either way, it's gonna be better just to get all this out of here and start with a clean slate.
house is now just a pile of rubbish. It's really weird that it's gone. Now I feel a breeze coming from the mountainside down to this side. It's looking good. It's another step in our journey, and I'm pretty excited, but they still have to scoop it all away, so let's see how this goes.
Alright, so they're cleaning up there, they're finishing up, and the guy was taking some of the chicken wire and he said, "Oh, you have chickens?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm making little houses for some of them." So he's got a whole bunch of chickens, but he doesn't have any silkies. So I said, "Look, I'll give you 3 free silky roosters if you take Uncle David with you." So our male roosters here, I have to keep them separate or else they fight, so they're not having a huge quality of life. So I'm going to get those moving on to greener pastures, and they're going to go have fun with some new chickens.
Bye, David.
We just came up here. It is completely removed, and I'm like blown away. It doesn't look like what I thought it would look like at all once the house is gone. It made our wall look kind of shorter, I feel like, now that it's gone. It was always like an eyesore out the back of the fence, and now it's gone, so that's a relief. The property up here is actually a nice flat spot that I think maybe in the future we could build something small here. The land looks a lot smaller than what I felt like the house was. When I was in the house, it seemed bigger. So my mind doesn't really understand sizes of lots to house sizes for some reason.
You don't have the spatial awareness.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I've been trying to tell her because I've been coming up with a few house designs and we string some things out and walk around. She's like, "This just seems small." And I'm like, "This definitely isn't small." I said, "What we have laid out already is like almost as big as your parents' house. Your parents' house seems small." And she was like, "Well, no, but this can't be that big." And I said, "Yeah, it's big. It just seems like it ain't big because there ain't 10 houses right next to it." So now that she's seeing the space that we have a little bit more, it is pretty. It's nice. I'm glad that old one's gone. It is an end of an era. You know, me and my trying to scrounge money ways was just thinking of 10 million things I could do with that particular house, but the foundation was really no good. The further and further we got into it, not saying it was no good. Someone worked hard on that house and you did a great job, whoever built that house out there, but it wasn't quite what we wanted. You know, it was a little bit thin on the foundation. There wasn't any steel in it. So it was, you know, one little corner gave them hell, but it was pretty easy to come down. You know, you can knock it down with a hammer. It wouldn't have worked for us. So we're glad we got it out of here, and, you know, we're hyped. I'm hyped. It's good. Things are moving forward. Things are moving and shaking now that the wedding's out of the way. Not that the wedding's out of the way. Now that we are good and hitched and we got God on our side, we can conquer even more. So we got that going. I'm excited for these projects. I got a little bit more work to get done, and then you know, hopefully those go smoothly and we get marching. I'd like to be. I ain't got much left in 2024, so I'd like to have a big chunk of that house done and, you know,
It's
start.
not even half the year yet.
I'm saying.
June, we're about to the half of the year.
Well, I think things, you know, we've been back for almost a month now from the wedding, and I think things are going pretty fast. You know, so I'm happy. We're going to get it done.
It's day 2. Today is a big day. Right now the machine is smoothing out the plot of land up there, I think, and then they're gonna come down here and we are gonna finally, hopefully, I don't want to say it and jinx us, finish our driveway saga. We are going to do, we got a couple more loads of rock coming and we are going to finish the loop, and we're also gonna hopefully have a nice pad to put the permanent spot of our RV so we could get that situated.
Yep, we want to get that going right because we have to set up a lot of different systems for the RV. So we want to get one spot where it goes, and then we can build to that because that'll give us some projects to do to stay busy. You know, because when we're pulling permits for the house, there may be a couple weeks that goes by where we can't really do too much. So it would be good to have some other stuff to divert our attention to. But yeah, hopefully that's what we get done today, and hopefully I'd like to get some land cleared and the road finished. That would really make my life a lot better because I only got about 78% of it done. 78%.
All right, so when the guy was backing up with the truck, it's a little bit bigger truck, so he kind of took it a little bit too far to the left, and the back wheel kind of slid off the mountain. It goes pretty straight down over there. He had about, 5 feet to the left that he could have been on, but it's not the
right,
Yeah, to the right, excuse me. I'm terrible with left and right. But yeah, he was about to slide off the mountain, so it looks like they're just going to use the truck to pull him outside and then the boom to kind of slide him back on. But it's a lot of weight on that. I don't know if that... Well, here they go.
This is a little bit nerve-wracking.
Okay, so I believe the plan is they're going to let a little bit of rock out to lower the weight, give them a little bit more bite right there on that edge where it's muddy, and then they might be able to pull it out. They don't have the super thick chains, so they could just snatch it out of there, but they have little, like, half-inch chains or 3/8, quarter-inch chains. All right, so after a couple dozen shovels of rock and busting around a little bit, looks like they got it pretty well out. They're probably just taking off the chains in the front now. They'll be able to straighten it up and should be able to back down. We'll see how far onto the property we can get, but I think we might be able to get all the way down there. What do you think?
I don't know.
It's a risk.
Alright, they got the truck down to the property, and now it's time to let out the rock and hopefully spread it out properly, and then we'll have our driveway and our platform done for the RV. So let's hope the rest of this day goes smoothly.
He was actually able to turn it pretty tight with that fifth wheel, so he did a good job. I hope he makes it up the hill though.
The pad is done. We succeeded on being able to pull the truck up and back up without getting mud all over or having to get stuck on the property, but we didn't have enough rock to get a full loop or anything like that. I think it's fine. I think it's good enough. It doesn't look as good without the loop and all that. Now it's like a weird T so the truck can go, but I think overall it's gonna work out. We're gonna be able to move the RV over there when we want to and hopefully make like a cool deck setup.
Yeah, we need to get a cooler, lounging area. We have some time between permitting and stuff like that before we can start on the house build, because we got to do all that super duper legit. So it may be up to 6 to 8 weeks before we have the permitting, before we can break ground. So hopefully August for the house build. So we have to move the trailer so that we can build a deck and maybe some other things to give us some fun stuff to do in the interim while we're waiting to build the house. So let me know in the comments. Should we build a deck and build like a cool area for the trailer, or should we just go back to the boat and piss off for those 6 weeks?
Don't even tempt people. You know what they're gonna say.
They gonna say go to the boat. But yeah, so we got that done and good, and now we have one more project. The sun is shining, so I think we can get it done today.
We're back up at the top of our property, and on the last episode we did really awesome herringbone, mostly Matt, but I did help. We did a really great job on there, and we got the grout and we were about to grout it, and somehow we got gray. It looked really dark when it was wet. It did dry a little lighter, so I know I saw some of the comments said don't judge it when it's wet, but it still was gray. And then we went to the store and we realized that we wanted Sand Beach was the name of the color we got, and somehow we ended up with Sand Drift, which was a gray. So we have now gotten the correct color, Sand Beach, and it's like a light cream color. We're gonna put it on. It shouldn't take that long. The grouting's normally a pretty easy step, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna look.
Me too. I'm ready to get it done, and this way I can get this blue thing out of here because it makes our beautiful front gate look kind of stupid with this whole thing on there. So I'm ready to get it done.
And also, we're gonna do some landscaping up here, so the Puerto Ricans tell us the best best, what is it called?
All my Puerto Ricans, reach out and let me know the jardinerias, the garden centers that have some agaves. Because
the best ones.
Yeah, I can only find a couple, so if you want to drop them in the comments, let me know.
We're willing to drive.
I can drive to San Juan. The whole island is this big. So, you know, it's you can drive anywhere to get it, but I need some agaves. So maybe the south side has some more cactus type stuff because it's more arid there. I don't know. But either way, let's get this done before it rains.
Definitely a lot more tan. I hope it looks good. I hope it looks good. Alright, the grout has been fully applied. I think it's gonna look good, but you never know until it's all complete, right?
Yep.
Now what are you supposed to do? Just wipe it off?
And you just keep wiping it down with a wet sponge. Just gotta get all the excess grout off.
Awesome. Matt did a great job. Pat you in the back. The Sand Beach was worth the wait. It's way better than the gray. I'm happy we went with it. Are you happy?
Oh yeah, we'd have to just throw the whole project in the trash if we went with that gray. That would have looked terrible.
So it came out good. It was one of the last steps of this entire thing. And now we just have to do landscaping. I came up with a few ideas. I think like I said before, I have to go gather some more plants.
Yeah, we're finalizing that in our brains and we're seeing exactly what we want to do. But we think we have a pretty good idea and, you know, we're about there with that. And now we're on to our next projects in our brain. Kristen's like, maybe I want my girl gym up here. You know, maybe I want to overlook so I can be on my Peloton or doing my yoga. just looking down at the
I do Pilates.
Pilates, excuse me. So she might be wanting to look down at the waterfall doing her stretch. So we might
Could
have
have
to
a
build.
nice little pool.
We could build something pretty cool up there. So that would be fun. But yeah, we're getting down to it. This is about done, and I think that this particular project did serve its purpose very well. Did it come out perfect? No. Were you guys scratching your heads and shaking your heads a lot along the way? Probably. But I learned a lot about concrete. I learned a lot about sourcing materials. I learned a lot about working with levels, making things on grade. Obviously block, that was the first time I'd ever done block work in my life. So I did a lot of good work with that. Doing the tile was new to me. You know, a lot of the different things were beneficial, I think, for moving forward with the house. I feel very comfortable working with the concrete now. Obviously, with a bigger project, I would need guys to come help me because I can't do all the concrete by myself. It's just not, I'm only one man. But with the block and things like that, I'm really, really much more comfortable because when Kristen first told me I was gonna have to build this whole house, it was daunting. I said, man,
I never told him he had to build the house.
She said, you can build this
he
whole house.
wanted to build it.
Yeah, but
Don't make me look bad.
I would build something super ghetto though, and I would have already built like 3 houses in the last 6 months.
Yeah, and they would have fell apart first hurricane.
But this does look really good. I'm excited. You know, we learned a lot along the way. We got to have our fun engineering, and I'm more comfortable and I'm confident moving into the future. So I'm excited about that. I think it's going to work out really, really well. And you know, I can't wait. I can't wait to. I think summertime of 2025, August 2025. You know, we're going to be pretty close to having a house, so that'll be good.
You really think that fast?
Yeah, it goes fast. If you build it out of concrete, it goes quick. We're not building a mansion. We're just building, you know. I'll put together some logistics about how many square feet per day we'll have to finish to get done in that amount of time.
Things always get wilder than you plan on.
Well, true. If you get knocked up or something, then we're going to be traveling
Well,
again. So.
we'll act like we're building something small, and then all of a sudden it's extravagant.
Well,
That's how we do things.
Yeah, knowing you.
So thanks for watching this week, guys. We'll see you next week. Make sure you comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and check out our Patreon if you want to see any real-time updates or the videos early. So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.